Friends and neighbors, the 5 o'clock hour is coming upon us pretty quickly. I'm still working on the YouTube and Facebook presence. I've been getting a lot of good feedback about that. You'll see some changes coming through. Particularly, I'm going to have a Patreon soon enough. But as usual, I got to check here and make sure that that I exist, that I'm broadcasting. It says I'm live. So I'm just making sure that if I go to Facebook here and look for myself, see if I actually exist. So far, I don't seem to exist. As Butch Robbins said on one of his records, just a fragment of my imagination. Ah, now I see that I do exist. And hopefully I can see some comments. Yes, Tuan Chow and Joyce Carroll. Okay. Now that I see that you are actually watching, friends, it's about time to begin the BanjerDan's show, the BanjerDan's Shelter at Home edition. It's a little warm here in the RV, and friends, I'm wearing my Parkfield Bluegrass Festival t-shirt because Parkfield would have been coming up this weekend, and one of the best little festivals there is, especially out here on the West Coast. Daybreak and Dixie. Do I remember Daybreak and Dixie? I don't know. Well, friends, I don't exactly remember the first part of Daybreak and Dixie. I've almost got it in my head. So I'm going to start it off with an Earl Scruggs instrumental, as I always like to do. And I always like to start by saying, wow, Banjos rock! There we go, friends. The BanjerDan Shelter at Home Show, number 14, is in the air now. Big Brother knows I'm here. You know I'm here. Thank you for being here. Here is in my little RV on the north end of Atascadero, California, out kind of in the country, but still only a mile from a grocery store. I always check for your requests and your questions about banjo technique and music theory, etc. But when I'm not playing those, I have here my list of 300 songs or so, and I've been working my way through them. So here I go with my old eyes to check on the iPad and see if anyone's made requests. Scott Conroy, how you doing, brother? Jeffrey Blackman, how you doing, man? Joyce, Robin, watch Ground Speed. That was not Ground Speed. That was the Lonesome Road Blues, Scott. Shucking the Corn, those are good. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. Debbie, I'm going to do Footprints in the Snow for you. You asked for that last time. No, Scruggs did not play that melodic run there, buddy. I started going off on my own tangent there. Last week, my friend Debbie Annan asked me if I knew I'm a Pilgrim by Merle Travis, and I do know that one. I just don't sing it anymore. And then she says, well, do you know Footprints in the Snow? And I said, I do know that one. So this is an old song that Bill Monroe made into a bluegrass song. And Bill Monroe, of course, had a high and beautiful tenor voice, and I don't. My voice is low. I call it a barely tone. So I've changed the key of this one, and I hope you like it. It's about someone unlike me who doesn't mind the cold, because I really hate the cold. So here we go. Well, some folks like the summertime when they can stroll about. Walking in the meadow green is pleasant there, no doubt. But give me the winter time when the snow is on the ground. For I found her where the snow lay on the ground. I traced a little footprints in the snow. I found a little footprints in the snow. Lord, bless that happy day. Nellie lost her way, for I found her where the snow lay on the ground. Out to see her, there was a big round moon. Her mother said she just stepped out, but would be returning soon. I found her little footprints and I traced them in the snow. I found her where the snow lay on the ground. I traced little footprints in the snow. I found a little footprints in the snow. Lord, bless that happy day. Nellie lost her way. I found her where the snow lay on the ground. She's up in heaven, she's with the angel band, and I know I'm going to join her in that happy land. Every time the snow falls, it brings back memories, where I found her where the snow lay on the ground. I traced little footprints in the snow. I found her little footprints in the snow. Lord, bless that happy day. Nellie lost her way, where I found her where the snow lay on the ground. God bless that happy day. Nellie lost her way, where I found her where the snow lay on the ground. There we go, folks. Footprints in the Snow. And Scott Conroy, you asked about the melodic run in the previous one. I want you to notice that I ended that one with a melodic run in A with no capo. Melodics in A. It can be done, folks. I got my fifth string tuned up to A, of course. I'm going to get back into my alphabetical list of songs, which I've been going through. And as I've been going through it, I've made notes of some stuff that, oh, gee, I don't do that one anymore, or oh, I forgot this one. And here's one that I actually forgot that I knew until the other day. It's a song in my C list, and that's not a list of songs in the key of C. That's a list of songs that begin with the letter C. So I'm going to jump back into it. I was going to do that for John Starling last week, who passed away a year ago yesterday, unfortunately, or on the 4th, very recently. Let me just mention very quickly that, like many musicians, I'm on the PayPal, hoping that you enjoy the music enough to make a little tip in my name. PayPal is my email address, where you can also write me and say hello. Dan@BanjerDan.net. On Venmo, I couldn't use my stage name, but I used my name, Dan-Mazer, M-A-Z-E-R, -1. Your donations are, of course, appreciated. And as always, I'd like to mention that there are lots of musicians out there trying to make a living, doing the best we can. So be sure to support us all, not just me. I've also just started a Patreon, for those of you who know about Patreon, Patreon. Look me up there under BanjerDan. This is a monthly donation platform where I'm going to start including a lot of content. I'm probably going to start streaming these shows from Patreon first when I figure out how to do it. And I'm also going to start doing banjo lessons there and just talking about things that I might not normally talk about in an unregulated forum. So with that said, this song is called Carolina Star. And I wrote down the name of the composer, the guy who wrote it, whose name is Hugh Moffett. Hugh Moffett wrote this song, but I learned it from John Starling. It's called the Carolina Star. Back in the hills, those slow-rolling hills, where North Carolina comes close to the stars, there lives a lady, she's shining so high, they call her the Carolina Star. She works in a factory from Monday to Friday. She's raising 3 daughters alone. Their daddy's away, he's chasing a dream. They're waiting for the day that he'll come home. Whoa, Carolina, even stars get homesick now and then. Whoa, Carolina, don't you worry, he'll be coming home again. He's playing his songs in Nashville, picking for tips in a bar. He's broken all alone, but he ain't ready to come home. He wants to be a country singing star. Oh, Carolina, even stars get homesick now and then. Oh, Carolina, Don't you worry, he'll be coming home again. Sometimes she wakes up and she's thinking about him. She remembers him beside her in the night. Out among the hills, that old moon is settling in, and those Carolina stars are shining bright. Whoa, Carolina, even stars get homesick now and then. Whoa, Carolina, don't you worry, he'll be coming home again. Yes, he loves you, and he's coming home again. There you have it, friends, a song by Hugh Moffat called Carolina Star. So last week, or on Sunday, I got all the way through to Dark Hollow was the last song on my alphabetical list I played. So I'm going to go ahead and do Darling Corey, and then I'm going to look at my notepad again, my iPad, and see if anyone's made any other requests. This is one I learned from the Seldom Seen's very first album, which was called Act One. And then I heard later on the very first record that was done by Eddie Adcock and Rome, which R-O-M-E, which was Eddie's first band. And I think they only put out that one record with Jimmy Gaudreau on mandolin, and I think Tony Rice on guitar, and Eddie, of course, and Wendy Thatcher. I think that was the band. Maybe Bob White on bass. I really don't know, but they did this slow arrangement. But it's also done by Flat Scruggs and also by Bill Monroe in a kind of more up-tempo arrangement. So I'm going to see if I can spontaneously put the two together. Wake up, darling Corey. What makes you sleep so sound? The revenue officers are coming. They're gonna tear your still house down. Can't you hear them blue birds singing? Can't you hear that mournful sound? They're preaching darling Corey's funeral in a lonesome graveyard ground. my gun. I ain't a man for trouble, but I'd die before I'd run. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. Oh hang me until I'm dead and gone. I don't mind the hanging, but it's being dead so long. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay darling Corey down. There you go with a spontaneous tuning change right in the middle of it. Let's see what else we got now. Shorty, you're back. How you doing, buddy? Debbie, Scotty, do I know Polly Vaughn? I don't know Polly Vaughn. Let's see who else we got. Shorty is here. How you doing? You made it home. Hello, Anita. Yeah, I know. The T-shirt makes us all sad for Hartfield, Anita, I know. Yeah, what does the song mean? It's kind of a strange song, isn't it? I mean, if you do it slow the way the Seldom Seen did it, then it's all mournful and spooky. But dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. That's kind of weird. Just got to be an up-tempo blues. Earl's Breakdown? Yeah, I can do that one for you, Scotty. Shorty. Hello, Jerry, Anita, Ron Murray, Matt Gill. Matt, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hello, Wally. Edward. Well, it's nice to see all of you. Butch, Rob Kimball, Debbie, and who's this? Katie Mae Robinson. Well, hi, Katie. Lally. All right, let's get back to work here. Next on the list. Well, that's pretty interesting. The next song is Dead Flowers by the Rolling Stones. I got to thank J.B. Beverly for teaching me the song. We used to sing this one in J.B. Beverly and the Wayward Drifters. And J.B. always liked to point out how this is just as good a country song as almost anything coming out of the factory. You're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folks that you know. Well, I know you won't see me and my ragged company. Darling, you know I can never be alone. Take me down, little Susie. Take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers in the morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers at my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. back in your rose pink Cadillac, making bets on Kentucky Derby Day. Well, I'll be in my basement room with a needle and a spoon and some other girl to take all this pain away. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me the flowers in the morning. Send me the flowers by the mail. Send me the flowers at my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers at my wedding. Send me dead flowers by the U.S. mail. Send me dead flowers every morning. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. And there you have it, folks. That's the Dead Flowers. This next one, I'm going to do it, although I don't know it very well because it's on my list. And it's a good song that I should be doing a little more. I don't know where the Grateful Dead got this from, but it's clearly an old blues that I could look up if I was really wanting to know. And this is for all the first responders who are out there. Risking their lives. And to everyone who's lost someone. Death don't have no mercy in this land. Death don't have no mercy in this land. He come to your house and he don't take long. Look in the bed this morning and find your mama gone. And death don't have no mercy in this land. Death will leave you standing and crying in this land. Death will leave you standing and crying in this land. come to your house and he don't take long. Look in the bed this morning, find your grandma gone. And death don't have no mercy in this land. Death will go in any household in this land. Death will go in every family in this land. He come to your house, and he don't take long. Look in the bed this morning, find your baby brother gone. And death don't have no mercy in this land. Death don't have no mercy in this land. Death don't have no mercy in this land. He come to your house and he don't take long. Look in all the rooms in your house, you'll find your whole family gone. And death don't have no mercy in this land. How about that for a nice depressing little old tune there? Death don't have no mercy in this land, which I learned from the Grateful Dead. It's on their Live Dead album, ironically enough. And man, is it a sad, sad song. Fortunately, there's a happier song next on the list, although we did just lose John Prine to COVID. He left us a wealth of really wonderful songs, including this funny one. Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. My friends, they all tell me I'm no friend at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Sigh, unhappy. Unhappy, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. My wife hollers at me and my kids are all freaks. Every side I get up on is the wrong side of bed. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd wish I was dead. Sigh, bewildered, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. All right, Steve Peavy, I'm working on it. Dear Abby, well, Dear Abby, you won't believe this, but my stomach makes noises whenever I kiss. My girlfriend, she tells me it's all in my head, but my stomach tells me to write you instead. Sign, noisemaker. Noisemaker, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing on bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, well, I never thought that me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We were in the backseat just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and my pants to my knees. Sigh. Just married, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Sigh. Dear Abby. And there it is, friends, Dear Abby by John Prine. Next on the list is an instrumental called Dear Old Dixie, but before I get to the list, here is my iPad where I can actually check and see what you folks are saying, if anything. Shonda Christine, how you doing, darling? Sorry. I still, every now and then, watch that video you sent me, Shonda. Thank you so much for that. You're driving me crazy, girl. Kate May Robinson Lally, hi. Robin says, how far are we down the list? Are we halfway through? Oh, we're not anywhere near halfway through that list. Hopefully we are more than halfway through the quarantine, but I am only up to the letter D. I just started this project a few weeks ago. Robin, thanks for asking. Butch, I still do, I do 4 and 20, Butch, and I'll get to that in the Fs. That's coming up pretty soon. Sheila Plotz, hello, Sheila, Shonda, Julie. Hi, Julie. Thank you for publishing my story. Thank you. You're welcome, Robin. More murder ballads? Sure. And Kevin Rawl, how are you? I remember you from those good old days at the New Deal Cafe in beautiful Greenbelt, Maryland. So the next song on the list, friends, is Dear Old Dixie, which is an old vaudeville tune that Earl Scruggs made into a banjo instrumental. And the opening lick that he plays is actually one of the hardest things that he ever does. See that left hand move right there? You see that? Here we go. Some of the advanced players say that the Scruggs style isn't that hard, but I tell you what, it is pretty difficult to play that. And then that melodic lick I tried to do was. This is apropos of nothing, folks, but I've been listening to Stephen Colbert and John Batiste, who's such a wonderful musician. He's been playing the gonk in between. And those of us who are fans of George A. Romero know the gonk from the Dawn of the Dead movie, when the zombies are all around the shopping mall. And I started to learn it. That's where my head's been at for the last couple hours. And what's interesting about that is that's just a B flat major 7. And that's an F major 7. That's the funky note. That E natural. If he stayed in the key signature, it would sound like this. That would be a dominant 7, but that sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? 3 1 3 5 5 3 1 7 7 5 7 9. That's a sharp 3 or a flat 5. Sharp 4 or flat 5. Pretty interesting, huh? Or maybe not. You might not even care about it, but that's where I've been for the last day or so. For a few hours today, anyway. So next on the list after Dear Old Dixie is Deep Ellum. If you're going out to Deep Ellum, all right. If you go down to Deep Ellum, keep your money in your shoe. Them Deep Ellum women know exactly what to do. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. If you go down to Deep Ellum, keep your money in your sock. Some Deep Ellum woman gonna hit you with a rock. And oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. If you go down to Deep Ellum, keep your money in your pants. Them Deep Ellum women, they won't give a man a chance. And oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. honey in your shoe. Them deep-bellin' women know exactly what to do. And oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them deep-bellin' blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep-bellin' blues. Deep-bellin' blues. It's an old traditional tune. When I was with the Wayward Drifters, we went to Dallas and we actually played at a bar in the Deep Ellum. I can't remember anything else about it. I know it was the prostitution district back in the day, and that's why all those songs, why that song talks about how dangerous the women are there. Let's see what we got next is a detour. Yeah. Headed down life's crooked road. One I learned from the Country Gentleman. In the same key as before, but oh well. I try not to do that, but in this case... Heading down life's crooked road, lots of things I never know, because I did not know, now I find. Trouble dog in my trail, spent the next 5 years in jail, should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead, detour. I paid no mind to what it said, detour. All these bitter things I find, should have read that detour sign. When I got to the place that it said about face, I thought that my worries were behind. But the further I go, the more sorrow I know. Should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, ain't no mind to what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find. Should have read that detour sign. When I got stuck in the mud, my hopes dropped with a thud. I guess that my heartstrings made a twine. Ain't got the willpower to get out of this hole that I'm in yet. Should have read the detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, paid no mind to what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find. Should have read the detour sign. Detour, all these bitter things I find. Should have read the detour sign. There you go, friends. Detour. That was The Devil's Dream, one of the first of the fiddle tunes that the great Bill Keith figured out how to play with a melodic style. And for those of you who do not happen to be banjo geeks like I am, I'll tell you very briefly that the melodic style is a way to play fiddle tunes note for note, whereas one approach to do that would be to play each individual note with a thumb and a middle finger going back and forth on one or two strings as if on a mandolin or a guitar, like that. But then, instead of playing your scale like this, the way a guitar player might, ba 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 ba, with the melodic style, you use your open strings. So you're able to keep the flow of notes as in the bluegrass style. When you play on that style, it's a little choppy, but you go, and you still get that nice rolling bluegrass banjo style sound. So that's why it's called the melodic style. And there you have it. I just did a song in it. That was The Devil's Dream. Next on the list is Dog by Martha Adcock. Yes, it is. So this is a song written by my friend Martha Adcock. If any of you are online right now and you're friends of Eddie and Martha, why don't you tell them to tune in, and I'll do Martha's song. But just for a minute, I'll check in with everyone else. Thank you, Robin. Abby Normal, how you doing, darling? Haven't seen you for quite a while. Who else have we got here? Kevin, Just W. Wright, hi. Good to see you. Susan Garston, yes indeed. Billy Moore, talk about a good banjo player right there. How you doing? Yeah, Susan Carlin, my friend from Burning Man. Robin, Dennis Witcher, Tom Anger, Frank Sullivan Sr. All of you are friends. And gosh, it's good to see all of you. And Tom Anger, Behind the Green Door. I sure appreciate that you booked me out there in Southern Maryland all those years ago. So here's a song written by one of the great underrated heroines of bluegrass music. One of the best singers-songwriters that we've ever had in bluegrass music. A solid rhythm guitar player and a solid, I guess the only word is sideman, but obviously Martha is not a man. She's a very beautiful and attractive and very talented woman who I think belongs by herself in the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame. So here's one of the songs that she wrote, and I just love this. It's called Dog. Hey, follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. I ain't got no more home than you. Hey, where'd you get that bone, dog? Bring it on along, dog. I wish I had one too. Have you got a name? Well, I believe that I'm the same. Got no more name than you. Hey, seems like I've always been alone, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. Have you been a rambling too? Hey, follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. I ain't got no more friends than you. Follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. I ain't got no more home than you. Hey, where'd you get that bone, dog? Bring it on along, dog. I wish I had one too. Have you got a name? Well, I believe that I'm the same. Got no more name than you. Hey, seems like I've always been alone, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. Have you been rambling too? Hey, follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. Ain't got no friend but you. Well, thank you to Martha Heron Adcock for writing such a beautiful, beautiful, meaningful song. And if any of you have ever had a dog or a pet, and I know almost all of you have, you know what it's like to have them and to love them and to lose them. And so that's for all y'all. Wow. Okay. Before I get too depressed here thinking about my lovely dogs who passed away, and my cat who died recently on Christmas Eve. Fortunately, I have another cat, my dear sweet friend Honey, who has been with me for 15 years. Basically, ever since my two dogs died, I've had my cat, and she is such a joy to me and such a good friend. I'm really glad that I have that cat. But meanwhile, one that I learned from the seldom seen, but it's a classic from Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and the Foggy Mountain Boys. For those of you who are beginning banjo players and want to start learning about the banjo, cool thing about this tune is that the solo basically all relies upon one right-hand pattern, which is this. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. So here we go, friends. Sing along if you know it. And I'll dedicate this to the memory of the great John Starling, who passed away about a year ago, and to John Duffy, who passed away far, far too young, around 1996. Doing my time. On this old rock pile, with the ball and chain. Well, they call me by a number, not a name, Lord. Gotta do my time. Gotta do my time. With an aching heart and a worried mind. Oh, John, look down and smile. He said, I'll put you on the good road for a while. Gotta do my time. aching heart and a worried mind. You can hear my hammer. You can hear my song. I'm gonna swing it like John Henry all day long, Lord. Gotta do my time. Gotta do my time. With an aching heart and a worried mind. It won't be long. Just a few more days. I'm gonna settle down and quit my rowdy ways, Lord. With that gal of mine. With that gal of mine. She'll be waiting for me. When I've done my time. Doing my time, friends. There you go. Let me check on this. What have we got new? Craig Burton Hobwood. How you doing, brother? Hope you're still playing that dobro. Dan Kress, how are you? Gregory Cohen Brown, hello. And Cheryl Case. Well, it's nice to see all y'all. You know, I know that y'all are on my friend list on Facebook. You might be on my BanjerDan's face list. I've got my personal page, which is Dan Mazer, M-A-Z-E-R. And I guess a few of you have friended me because you see that I'm friends of friends of friends. I also have a Facebook page, BanjerDan, B-A-N-J-E-R-D-A-N, which is my primary music page there. I hope you will like that. And I just set up a Patreon page, P-A-T-R-E-O-N, patreon.com/BanjerDan. If you go there, you can start supporting me monthly and help me make content. And I'm going to try to really get a new record out in the next year and other things that you can help me decide. And while I'm here talking about begging and all that and money, it's an evil that we have to live with in this world, friends. I have a Venmo page at Dan-Mazer-1, and I have a PayPal under my email address, dan@banjerdan.net. Write me a letter, give me a call. This is a tune that Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs recorded in the key of G, and Earl Scruggs put a capo on and played out of F positions because he felt like he could play D, G, C, F a little better than he could E, A, D, G. Same chords, just a different key. In G, it would sound like this. I've been all around this whole wide world. Well, as it turns out, G is a little too high for my vocal. So I can play something pretty close to the Earl Scruggs solo in the key of F and be in the key of F. So here we go. Well, I've been all around this whole wide world, been down to sunny Alabama. My mama always told me, son, never let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down. Never let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down till your last $1 is gone. Well, I'm going down to the railroad track, gonna bring my rocking chair. If these doggone blues don't leave my mind, gonna rock away from here. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down. Never let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down till your last $1 is gone. Well, my baby left me this morning as the clock was striking 4. The sweet smiling face of my darling, I might never see her no more. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down. Never let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down till your last $1 is gone. Been all around this whole wide world, been down to sunny Tennessee. Any old place that I hang my hat is home, sweet home to me. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down. Never let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down till your last $1 is gone. Don't let your deal go down. In the key of F, right there. There's your F chord. D, G, C, and F. There you go, friends. There was your banjo lesson for the moment. Next on the list is Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. No, I'm wrong. Next is Don't Pass Me By the Beatles. I'll play this one, and then I'll play that Bob Dylan song, and then I'll check on my iPad again to see if there's any requests. Please don't forget to send some requests or ask technical questions about the banjo or historical questions about bluegrass. If I know it, I will answer the question. I might BS my way through it. You never know. Anyway, a lot of folks, when they do the Beatles songs in bluegrass, they immediately go to I've Just Seen a Face, which is a good song and it's in my repertoire. But I actually think that this one makes a better bluegrass song. It's on one of my favorite Beatles records, which is just called The Beatles, or otherwise known as the White Album. It's called Don't Pass Me By, and it goes like this. Listen for your footsteps coming up my drive. Listen for your footsteps, but they don't arrive. I'm waiting for your knock, dear, on my old front door. I don't hear it. Doesn't mean you don't love me anymore. I hear the clock a-ticking on the mantel shelf. I see the hands a-moving, but I'm by myself. I wonder where you are tonight. Why I'm by myself, I don't see you. Doesn't mean you don't love me anymore. Don't pass me by, don't make me cry, don't make me blue. For you know, darling, I love only you. You'll never know it hurt me so. How I hate to see you go, don't pass me by. Don't make me cry. I'm sorry that I doubted you, I was so unfair. You were in a car crash and you lost your hair. You said that you would be late about an hour or two. I said that's all right, I'm waiting to hear from you. Don't pass me by, don't make me cry, don't make me blue. For you know, darling, I love only you. You'll never know it hurt me so. How I hate to see you go, don't pass me by. Don't make me cry. Yeah. Don't Pass Me By. I think Ringo Starr might have written that one. I know that he sings it. Probably Paul and John wrote it with some help from George, but you never know. There are a couple of Beatles songs that are attributed to Ringo. That might be one of them. From the same era, a song by Bob Dylan. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. If you don't know by now, when your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason that I'm traveling on, so don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use you turning on your light, babe, like you never done before. Ain't no use you turning on your light, babe, 'cause I I can't hear you anymore. I wish there was something you could do or say to try to make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, but don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use you calling out my name, gal, like you never done before. Ain't no use you calling out my name, gal, 'cause I can't hear you anymore. I'm thinking and I'm wondering as I wander down the road. I once loved a woman, a child I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. Walking down that long, lonesome road, babe. Where I'm bound, I can't tell. Goodbye is too fine a word, babe. So I'll just say fare me well. I'm not saying that you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted some of my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. You just kind of wasted some of my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. Don't Think Twice, It's Alright by Bob Dylan. I'm here once again to check on the request line. See if anyone has said anything. Dan Sankey, how you doing, man? Wow, I don't think I've seen you since I left for San Diego. Ingersoll Rock and Roll, English. That's right, Robin. I did play Don't Pass Me By at Burning Man. You're right, Robin. And it was Ringo, thank you. Snard Burful, and Sam Yarbs. I'm glad you like it, Sam. I don't know if I know you, but I know a lot of people that I don't know, don't I? And it might look like I'm just checking the time here, and maybe I am. Because otherwise I just don't know. 6:16, plenty of time, friends, for me to just, keep playing, write down my song list. Unless, of course, you have a request, in which case I will jump ahead on the song list to do that request. Meanwhile, the next song on my list is one that I learned when I was in the Jackstraws in the Safari Bush Band, which was one of the Jackstraws incarnations. Dan Sankey, who's watching right now, played some banjo with me in a couple of Jackstraws gigs. The trick is that you've got to be able to change costumes very quickly and play a whole different slew of songs. We were the Pirates at SeaWorld of California, and then we would change costumes, and we were the Safari Bush Band at the world-famous San Diego Zoo, and we had other themes, etc. Excuse me. So here's one that I learned to play at the San Diego Zoo. Traveling in a fried-out combi on a hippie trail head full of zombies. I met met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and she gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder? Can't you hear the thunder? Oh, you better run, you better take cover. I'm bred from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscles. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under, where beer suds flow and men chunder. Can't you hear the thunder? Oh, you'd better run, better take cover. Lying in a den in Bombay, with a slack jaw, not much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty. And he said, I come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? Oh, you'd better run, better take cover. Living in a land down under, where beer suds flow and men chunder. Can't you hear the thunder? Oh, you'd better run, better take cover. Oh, you'd better run, better take cover. Oh, you'd better run, better take cover. Living in a land down under. That's right. When I was a member of the Jackstraws, I learned all about being down under. A home amongst the gum trees with lots of plum trees. A sheep or two or a kangaroo. A clothesline out the back, veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair. Some people live in houses with fences all around. There's others live in mansions and some beneath the ground. But me, I like the bush, you know, with rabbits running round, and a pumpkin vine out the back. Give me a home amongst the gum trees, with lots of plum trees. A sheep or two or a kangaroo, a clothesline out the back, veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair in Burke's backyard. I'm going to send that one out to my friend Banjo Princess Jenny, one of the finest banjo players down under in Australia. Well, guess what, friends? Next on the list, from the Everly Brothers, from Felice and Boodle O'Brien, the same folks who wrote Rocky Top. when I want you, in my arms when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream when I need you, in the night when I need you, to hold me tight whenever I need you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream. Unexpectedly, a pretty ballad played on the banjo. The last of my D songs that are not in the key of D necessarily, like that one was, but on the list of songs that begin with the letter D, I have come to Dueling Banjos, the last of them. That's right. So most of you know this tune is the love theme from Deliverance. Those of you who might be young and if you've never seen Deliverance, bear in mind it's a really frightening movie. It's an ugly story. Beautifully filmed, very well told, incredibly acted. It's the film that really made Burt Reynolds a star. chords. Where's Ned Liberecki when you need him? Wow, Banjos rock! Woo, friends. That would normally be the end of the show, or right before I start playing my last couple of numbers, but I can see by the old clock on the wall that I still have like almost 30 minutes left. So I'm going to keep playing for you. Check and see if there are any new requests or dedications come in. Robin says, do I know Dodgy Donnie died of his own duplicity? No, I don't know that one. You better send me those lyrics. That sounds awesome. Rupert, no, I don't know any Megadeth, but thank you for asking for that. Hello, Sam Yarbs. And who else do we got? Matt Slocum. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right, or good to be seen, I should say. Continuing on the list, after dueling banjos, I am now into the E's, and the first one that I see is Earl's Breakdown. Same key as the last one. While I'm setting my Scruggs tuners here, I'll tell you the story that when Earl Scruggs first recorded this tune, which you're going to notice features that effect. When Earl first recorded the tune, he had not yet invented the special tuners that would enable him to go right from the B note to the A note and back. He was doing it by ear. So if you find the original recording of Earl's Breakdown and listen carefully, after one of the solos, you can tell it's the one where he gets out of tune on that string, and then when it comes to the end of the solo, he just does this. Just stays on that one swing, and then the fiddle comes in for a solo right after that. And if you listen very carefully, you can hear Earl tuning up in the background beyond the fiddle solo, and then he comes back in with his other. There's also a live version, which you can find online on YouTube, where Earl starts this part, and he messes it up, and you can see him mess it up, and then he comes back in for another solo so he can play it right. And then when the song is over, Lester Flatt teases him gently about it, like, hey, what happened to your banjo? So they did have a good sense of humor about it. So here we go, because I think Shorty requested this one, Earl's Breakdown. Earl's Breakdown. There you go, friends. Next on the list is Early Morning Rain, and it just occurred to me that I might not have all the verses. Shall I give it a shot anyway? I think I will. You guys will let me know if I forget if I get something messed up, right? In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand and an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand, I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, without no place to go, out on highway runway number 9, big 707 set to go. westward bound, far away she'll go. Oh, the liquor tasted good, and the women were all fast. There she goes, my friend, she's heading home at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's weighing westward bound, high above the clouds she'll fly, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. She'll be flying o'er my home in about 2 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It ain't no use, earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I can be. You can't hop a jet plane like you can an old freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't hop a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. just a tiny little bit of the Eine kleine Nacht music, the first movement violin part that I worked on for a little bit. I'm going to send this next one out to my old buddy Jack Cottrell, the old sea salt. This is a slightly salacious, slightly dirty song that I learned from the Folk Singers Songbook. Oh, my father was the keeper of the Eddystone Light. He slept with a mermaid one fine night. Out of this union there came three, a porpoise and a porgy, and the other was me. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. On nights when the winds and the waves rose high, my mother would sit on a rock and sigh. Father would yell, "Coming from the gale!" But the only answer was the wiggle of her tail. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. Should I do that again? On nights when the winds and the waves rose high, my mother would sit on a rock and sigh. Father would yell, "Coming from the gale!" But the only answer was the wiggle of her tail. That was better. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. One night as I was trimming the glim, singing up the verse from an evening hymn, a voice on the starboard cried, "Ahoy!" 'Cause my mother sitting on a buoy. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. Oh, what has become of my children three? That's what my mother asked of me. One is on exhibit as a talking fish, and the other was served on a chafing dish. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. And the phosphorus flashed in her seaweed hair. I looked again, and my mother wasn't there, but her voice came echoing out of the night. To hell with the keeper of the Eddystone Light. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. The tragic tale of the Eddystone Light. What has become of my children three? That's what my mother asked of me. One is on exhibit as a talking fish, and the other was served on a chafing dish. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for the life of the rolling sea. Maybe some of you are out there on the rolling sea enjoying a boat and social isolation there. If you're there with a special someone, you can rock the boat, which I'm sure is a thrill. And but if not, if you're stuck inside, guess what, folks? The first of the restraining orders, the shelter-at-home orders, might be lifted pretty soon. I'm looking at about 2 weeks to do my first show in the Pozo Saloon, out in the middle of the country, out in the middle of nowhere. It will be a socially distanced show where I'll be on the stage, but the audience won't be anywhere near me. They won't even be in the same room, but it will be broadcast. People will be outside eating at picnic tables that are spaced way far apart so they can't really get next to each other. Hopefully that will work. Hopefully the economy will start growing again, and we'll all have food and plenty of wine and cannabis and whatever else makes us happy. A person of the same sex or the opposite sex, whatever you prefer to squeeze. Personally, I like women. Those of you who don't like women are perfectly welcome to men. You may have all of them that you wish. Aren't I generous? All right, back to work, banjo player. What's next on the list? Looks like it's 8 more miles to Louisville. Okay, we'll do it in C. I've traveled over this country wide seeking fortune fair. Up and down the county line, I've been most everywhere. From Portland East to Portland West and farther up the line. I'm on my way to the place that's best, that old hometown of mine. 8 more miles and Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles in this old road, and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. There's bound to be a girl somewhere that you love best of all. Mine lives down in Louisville, she's long and she is tall. She's the kind you just can't find running around the land. I'm on my way this very day to win her heart and hand. 8 more miles and Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles in this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. I can picture in my mind the place they will call home. A humble little hut for two we'll never want to roam. The place that's right for that love sight is in those bluegrass hills, where gently flows the Ohio by a place called Louisville. 8 more miles and Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles in this old road, and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. To Louisville, the hometown of my heart. A wonderful song by Grandpa Jones. I get to check in on all y'all again, friends. See if anyone's written anything. Matt is watching. Billy Moore, you're back. Joel Ferber, good to see you. Folks, I'm checking on the time here, shamelessly, just to see what's going on. And this isn't telling me. Isn't that nice? It says I'm live now. It says I got 5 people watching. Thanks to all 5 of you. Folks, I do want to keep track of the time. 6:52. Friends, I got time for my closing 2 numbers. Thank you for listening to the BanjerDan's show. Don't forget, please, if you like what I do, that I have a Venmo page. You may contribute to the cause. Venmo at Dan-Mazer, Mazer-1. And on the PayPal, it's Dan at BanjerDan.net, which is also my email address, and you can write to me. Friends, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to do my last 2 numbers. Those of you who know me know what these numbers are. First one by the great Tim O'Brien. This one means a whole lot to all of us who try to live simply. And I guess that's the whole message of the song. Live simply so that others might simply live. Less and less. to travel around with less and less. I've tried them all, and the simple way is the way that's best. I save a lot of time not having to choose what color shirt to wear, which pair of shoes. Don't need a guitar to sing my song. Wherever I land, I know I'll get along. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. Now I try to travel around with less and less. I had a woman once, she was not my wife. I took a long detour on that road of life. I carried that weight, it nearly broke my back. I almost lost the ones I loved, getting back on track. I wasted lots of time and I still feel the pain. I made a vow, I won't go through that again. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. Now I try to travel around with less and less. Coffee in the morning, roll a joint at night. A meal somewhere in the middle, I think I'll be alright. I've got my pride, I've got a smile to greet the day. I've got a friend or two to help me through when I lose my way. That's you, friends. Thank you so much. Don't need a guitar to sing my song. Wherever I land, I know I'll get along. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. Now I try to travel around with less and less. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. And now it's time to travel around with less and less. Friends, thank you so much for listening to BanjerDan's Shelter at Home Show number 14. I'll be back on Sunday at noon California time, which is going to be 3 p.m. for you folks on the East Coast. And for you, those of you who are in Europe, it'll be about 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night so that my friends in Europe can tune in and check it out. I hope you enjoy the music. Thank you for supporting me on Venmo and on PayPal and on my new page coming up on Patreon. Thank you for being a member of my YouTube page, etc., etc., etc. It's the new age, folks. In other times, I would just rely on traveling around and playing in your local club for tips and a few drinks and maybe what the bar pays me. But now it's all up to you. And I certainly appreciate all the support, all the love. Even if all you do is just write me every now and then and say hello, and I know you're listening, that is just as valuable or even more valuable than money. Not that I don't like money. Money is okay, but your friendship, your attention are even more important. And with that, my own original song about the fleetingness of life, the inevitability of our own mortality, but how you got to approach it with humor. Because without humor, what do we got left, right? The longer you live, friends, wow, Banjos rock! The longer you live, the more people you're gonna see die. And the longer you live, the more tears you're gonna cry. Well, the longer you live, the more you're gonna feel sorrow and pain. So you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Well, the longer you live, the more people gonna break your heart. And course, the sooner you'll be under the dirt. And that's why we dance now. Well, the longer you live, the more you see how they rig the game. And the longer you live, you see it always turns out the same. Well, the longer you live, the more you're tempted to give up and give in. But you're better off deciding to fight until the bitter end. Well, the longer you live, the more babies you're gonna see born. And the longer you live, another sunrise and beautiful morn. Another night to gaze and wonder at the heavens above. And the longer you live, the more chances that you have to make love. That's right. That does it for my show. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to repeat the first verse. I need you to shout the last couple of words of every line at me. When I get to the part about going insane, please give me some insane laughter, okay? 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 Okay. I know you can do it. Don't let me down. Here we go. Well, the longer you live, the more people you're gonna see die. Gonna see die. And the longer you live, the more tears you're gonna cry. Gonna cry. Well, the longer you live, the more you're gonna feel heartache and pain. So you might as well accept it, or else it's just gonna drive you insane. Yeah, you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Yeah, you better just accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Wow! Banjos rock! Thank you, friends. Good night. See you next Sunday.